Hello and welcome to the inaugural episode of Homoeomirror, the world's first digital video magazine dedicated to the art and science of classical homeopathy. I am thrilled to be your host as we embark on this exciting journey together, exploring the depths of homeopathy in a way that has never been done before. Every weekend, we will bring you over 2 hours of rich, engaging content designed to enhance your understanding and practice of homeopathy. Whether you are a seasoned practitioner, a student, or simply someone with a passion for holistic healing, Homoeomirror is here to serve you. Our mission is to create a vibrant community of homeopaths from around the globe, united by a shared love for this incredible healing modality. So, what can you expect from each episode? We have carefully curated a diverse range of learning materials that will not only deepen your knowledge, but also make your learning experience enjoyable and interactive. From clinical exposure to rubric learning, we will cover essential topics that are crucial for every homeopath. You will have the opportunity to engage in chronic audio case discussions, where we will analyze real-life cases and explore the nuances of homeopathic practice. But that's not all. We believe that learning should be fun, and that's why we have incorporated a variety of exciting activities into our episodes. Get ready for fun-filled contests and game shows, where you can test your knowledge and skills while competing for fantastic rewards. We want to make your learning experience not just informative, but also enjoyable and memorable. Now, I want to take a moment to emphasize that Homoeomirror is not intended to replace traditional classroom teachings. We recognize the immense value of in-person education and the unique experiences that come from learning in a classroom setting. Instead, our goal is to complement and enhance those teachings, making them more interesting and exciting. We understand that the world of homeopathy is vast and ever-evolving, and we want to provide you with additional resources that can help you stay updated and inspired. One of the unique features of Homoeomirror is our commitment to accessibility. We are proud to announce that our content will be available in both Hindi and English, ensuring that homeopaths from diverse backgrounds can benefit from our offerings. We believe that language should not be a barrier to learning, and we are dedicated to making homeopathy accessible to everyone, regardless of their linguistic background. As we launch this innovative platform, we invite all homeopaths from across the world to subscribe to Homoeomirror. By joining our community, you will gain access to a wealth of knowledge and resources that can elevate your practice and deepen your understanding of classical homeopathy. Together, we can create a global network of passionate homeopaths who are committed to advancing the field and sharing their experiences. In each episode, you will find a blend of expert interviews, case studies, and interactive segments that will keep you engaged and inspired. We will feature renowned homeopaths who will share their insights and experiences, providing you with valuable perspectives that can enhance your practice. Our rubric learning segments will help you navigate the complexities of homeopathic remedies, making it easier for you to find the right solutions for your patients. We also understand the importance of community and collaboration in the field of homeopathy. That's why we encourage you to participate actively in our discussions, share your thoughts, and connect with fellow homeopaths. Your input is invaluable, and together we can create a supportive environment where everyone can learn and grow. As we embark on this journey, I want to express my gratitude to all of you for being a part of Homoeomirror. Your passion for homeopathy and your commitment to healing are what inspire us to create this platform. We are excited to share this adventure with you, and we can't wait to see how Homoeomirror will evolve and grow with your participation. Without any delay, let's embark on our exciting learning journey as we enter the first edition of Homoeomirror. To begin with, we all recognize the importance of mental symptoms in homeopathy. However, many of us often find it challenging to understand these symptoms or are unable to convert them into the correct rubrics. In each edition, we will explore 5 rubrics from the Mind chapter of Kent's repertory, presented with engaging AI-generated 3D animation videos. So, let's take a look at the 5 rubrics featured in this inaugural edition. Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Priya Gupta, and I'll be your host for this segment where we'll explore the rubrics in English. In each edition, we will cover 5 rubrics, along with a fun rubric guessing activity. One lucky winner from all the correct submissions will receive 100 bonus points. In this edition, we will focus on 5 rubrics related to sensitivity. So let's dive in. The rubric sensitive noise to refers to a specific symptom or characteristic that indicates how a person reacts to noise. In simple terms, it describes individuals who are particularly sensitive or easily disturbed by sounds. For example, someone who is sensitive to noise might feel anxious, irritable, or overwhelmed in loud environments. So, in essence, rubric sensitive noise is about how certain people react to noise.
Priya, you are not ready yet? Have you forgotten that we have to go to Nish's party?
I don't want to come.
Why? What happened?
You know that I feel suffocated in such noisy environments. The rubric sensitive noise to the slightest refers to individuals who are extremely sensitive to even the smallest sounds. In simple terms, this means that some people can be easily disturbed or affected by very quiet noises that others might not even notice.
Oh shit. Mom, how many times have I told you not to drop things like that in the kitchen? Do you even know how annoying it is? It completely disrupts my concentration.
Daughter, I didn't drop it on purpose. It slipped from my hand.
The rubric sensitive noise to music amelioration refers to individuals who are sensitive to noise, but find that listening to music helps improve their mood or well-being. In simple terms, this means that while some people may be easily disturbed by loud or unpleasant sounds, they feel better or more relaxed when they listen to music. The music acts as a soothing influence, helping to reduce their sensitivity to other noises around them.
Daughter, dinner is ready. Come. Anjali, I am talking to you. Did you say something, Mom? I said, dinner is ready. Come. And what kind of manners are these, baby? After so many days, my family has come to our house. Look at everyone. They are enjoying so much over there, and you are sitting alone in the balcony with headphones on. What will the others think? Mom, you know that I feel suffocated in such noisy environments. I was getting a headache, so I put on my headphones and am listening to music. It feels really good.
The rubric sensitive noise to sleep on going to refers to individuals who are particularly sensitive to noise when they are trying to fall asleep. In simple terms, this means that some people find it very difficult to sleep if there are any sounds around them, even if those sounds are quiet.
Mom, where is the TV remote? I can't find it. I've been looking for it for a long time.
The remote is with me, but you won't get it right now.
Mom, don't mess with me. Today is the India and Pakistan match. Today, Virat Kohli is going to hit all the Pakistani bowlers hard.
Dad has gone inside to sleep. You know that when he lies down to sleep, he doesn't like any kind of noise. If his sleep gets disturbed, he will turn into Virat Kohli.
Oh no. How did Dad come home so early today? I don't want to get beaten. I'll go to my friend's house and watch the match.
The rubric sensitive rudeness to refers to a specific behavioral or emotional response that some individuals may exhibit when they are confronted with rudeness or insensitivity from others. This sensitivity can manifest in various ways, such as feeling hurt, offended, or emotionally disturbed by the actions or words of others.
Sonali, when you come to college tomorrow, bring your physics notes for me. I'll copy them and return them to you in 2 to 3 days.
I don't have my own notes complete. You can ask someone else.
It's okay if you don't want to lend them. For that, then why are you lying?
I really don't have them, Priya. Otherwise, what would it cost me to lend them?
Fine. Then I'll ask someone else.
Hey, Sonali, all your notes are complete. You were the one who gave me your book yesterday. Then why did you lie to Priya?
Didn't you see how rudely she was talking? It's her need. She could have asked politely. I get annoyed just seeing people who talk rudely.
Now it's time for the Guess the Rubric activity. We will be showing you a video clip in which you need to observe a specific character and identify the most appropriate rubric. To submit your answers, please visit our website.
Simi, listen. I have something to say to you.
Yes, please go ahead. Do you need something?
Simi, we have been married for 3 years. You know, I lost my mother during my childhood. Since then, my dad has given me and my 2 sisters the love of both a father and a mother. He never let us feel the absence of our mom.
What do you want to say?
You know, when the talks of my marriage were happening, I wasn't ready for it. I was always afraid that if the woman who comes into this house as my wife doesn't accept this family as her own, what will happen? What if she doesn't treat my dad as her dad and my sisters as her sisters?
Have I made a mistake? Why are you saying all this?
But Simi, you erased all my fears. You gave my dad the love of a father, and you took care of my sisters like a mother. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. If you hadn't come into my life, I might not have achieved anything. Thank you so much for coming into my life.
Just as singing, dancing, and painting are considered forms of art, case-taking is also regarded as an art. It is said that art cannot be taught unless there is a genuine interest in learning and mastering it. In our video magazine, we will include a session in each edition to assist beginners, newcomers, and anyone who feels they need improvement in the area of case-taking. Now, let's turn to Dr. Shilpi Khandwal for the session on case-taking.
The entire process of working out a chronic case be basically divided into 2 steps. Number 1, collecting the required information, and number 2, utilizing the collected information. Collecting the required information is known as case-taking, and utilizing the collected information is called as case analysis. So, if at all we can formulate a mathematical formula to reach at the perfect similimum, then we can say that good case-taking plus proper analysis is equal to perfect similimum. So this means that both these steps, that is, good case-taking and proper analysis, are both equally important for helping us to reach at the right similimum. If you are good in case-taking but not so good in case analysis, then you may miss out to reach at the perfect similimum. The outcome is going to remain the same if you are not so good in case-taking, but good in case analysis. Let's try to understand this with the help of a simple example. Let's imagine that Megha Rai is good in cooking, and she has decided that she is going to prepare a chicken biryani for her entire family as it's a Sunday. Let's see how she goes on with preparing the biryani.
Mom, today is Sunday. What special are you making for lunch?
What do you want for lunch that is really special?
Chicken biryani. Yes.
All right.
I'll go tell everyone. Mom, can I help you with something?
First, we need to make a list of what ingredients we will need to make a good biryani. After that, we have to check what we already have and what we need to bring from the market, and make a list of those items. So, we have made a list of what to bring from the market. Shall we go?
Mom, why don't we give this list to Dad? He can bring all the things from the market.
If we send your dad, the shopkeeper will just give him whatever spoiled items he has, and your dad will bring those. Then if the biryani doesn't turn out well, don't blame me.
No, Mom, we won't take that risk. Come on, I'll go with you.
To make a good biryani, it's very important to have good ingredients, like fresh vegetables, high-quality spices, and fresh chicken. So, all these things that are needed to make a good biryani must be chosen very carefully. Now that we have brought everything from the market, let's start making the biryani. Here you go, your Sunday special biryani is ready. Everyone, wash your hands. I'm serving the food. How does it taste?
Yes, Mom. Absolutely perfect.
It really tastes good.
Daughter-in-law, I enjoyed today's lunch.
My daughter-in-law has magic in her hands.
Now, this was an ideal situation if everything goes well. One who has done the hard work would love to take all the credit with both their hands. But just imagine a situation if the outcome is not that perfect as expected.
It's fine, but it could have been better.
If you had added a little less salt, it would have turned out better.
Something seems to be missing.
Mom, this has become very spicy.
Now, if these are the kind of feedbacks you receive, then obviously no one would like to take the blame upon them, but instead will search for excuses. But no one would like to take the blame on them had there was a mistake from their end, either in choosing the perfect ingredients or in the process of cooking. Friends, the process of solving a chronic case is exactly the same. If a delicious chicken biryani can be compared as our perfect simillimum, then going to the market and collecting all the ingredients required in good quality is case-taking. And the process of preparing a biryani is like case analysis. If the ingredients added are not of good quality, however good a cook you may be, the final outcome shall not turn out to be perfect. Similarly, however good may be the quality of ingredients, if you don't know how to cook properly, your outcome shall get spoiled. So, in order to reach at a perfect simillimum, you need to master both the art of case-taking as well as case analysis. To start, we all know that our master, Dr. Hahnemann, provided us with detailed instructions on how to take a case in aphorisms 83 to 104. However, many of us have struggled to adhere to these aphorisms in our clinical practice. Some tend to make excuses for not following the guidance given by our master. The reality is that they either fail to fully understand these instructions or do not apply them effectively in a clinical setting. As we progress on this journey, we will provide you with comprehensive clinical training to help you master the art of case-taking. First and foremost, it is essential to understand the objective of case-taking. We must remember that the true goal is not merely to record all the symptoms and sufferings of the patient, but to comprehend the patient as a whole. Every aspect of their life, including personal, professional, and social factors, must be understood to form a clearer picture of the patient's natural disposition. We will delve deeper into this aspect in future editions. But for now, let's focus on how to initiate a conversation with your patient and the key points that need to be observed. When a new patient approaches you for treatment of their chronic illness, they are a complete stranger to you, and you are a stranger to them as well. In homeopathy, we know that remedies are selected based on the individual symptoms of the patient, with particular emphasis on mental symptoms. To uncover these significant mental symptoms, it is crucial that the patient feels comfortable expressing their emotions, reactions, and feelings, which can only happen if they develop trust in you. Therefore, the initial focus should be on building that trust so the patient can openly share their natural reactions, emotions, and feelings. When you start taking a new chronic case, do not rush to finish the case or prescribe a remedy. First, let the patient relax and feel that your goal is to cure them permanently, not just provide temporary relief. Most chronic patients come to a homeopath as a last resort after years of visiting different clinics. When they enter your consultation room, they likely have an idea of what information you will ask for based on their past experiences with other doctors. Often, they will begin describing their problems in the same way they did in other clinics. This is where you need to be different. First, allow the patient to relax. You can do this by having a casual conversation for a minute or so, which will show the patient that you are not in a hurry and have time to listen. Your friendly approach will help the patient build trust in you, encouraging them to open up and share their feelings and emotions. You can start these casual talks on any topic that interests the patient. Let's look at some examples of how to initiate such conversations.
Hello, Dr.
Hello. What is your name?
Kanchana Dubey.
And what do you do?
I do nothing. I'm just a housewife.
Oh, housewives have to do the most work, managing the whole family. Isn't that right?
Yes, that is true, Doctor.
So, you are like the engine of a car, without which the car cannot run. So next time someone asks what you do, don't be sad. Say with pride that you are a housewife who manages the entire household.
But people don't value it.
Madam, it is often people's nature to understand the value of certain things only when they are away from them. Now, please tell me what problems you have, since when and where all you have shown them in detail.
In our upcoming editions, we shall discuss in detail as to how to master the art of case-taking and case analysis, so that you will be able to reach at your perfect similimum unconditionally in all cases. So that's it from my end in this edition. In our next edition, we shall dive into the deeper aspect of case-taking. Back to the main desk.
As we promised, Homoeomirror offers a wealth of knowledge for students eager to achieve something extraordinary in their lives. Once again, we are excited to introduce another engaging Guess the Remedy activity. Welcome to the Guess the Remedy activity. In this session, you will watch a video clip featuring a character. Your task is to observe the character closely and analyze their nature, mentality, behavior, and reactions based on specific criteria. By combining your observations, you will need to identify the most suitable remedy. One fortunate winner will receive 100 bonus points. Now, let's watch the video for this edition.
Simi, Dad was asking what to reply to the boy's family. Should we invite them over to our house this Sunday if you like the boy?
No, Mom. Tell Dad to refuse them.
Why? What happened? The boy looks very handsome in the photo. And on top of that, he is a doctor. You didn't like the boy?
That's the problem, Mom. The boy is handsome, and on top of that, he's a doctor.
What do you mean?
Mom, you don't know what value a doctor has in society. And who am I? A final year BCom student. People like us are not counted, Mom. I'm not even worthy of him. It's better that I refuse first rather than him coming here and rejecting me. Please tell Dad to find me a clerk or a compounder. I also wanted to become a doctor. I had so many dreams, too. First, I would become a doctor, then marry a handsome doctor, and then settle in a big city abroad. But you all have shattered all my dreams.
Are you starting again? How many times have I explained, daughter, that your dad didn't have that much income or savings at that time to get you admitted to medical school through the payment quota? And who is there to help me or your dad? It's been so many years since that incident, and you still think about it 24 hours a day. Now that Dad has brought up the topic of marriage, he must have thought something. Should we invite the boy's family this Sunday?
3 months ago, you all brought an engineer by saying the same things, right? Then what happened? As soon as the boy found out that I am just a BCom student, he picked up his bag and left. Now, no matter how many doctors or engineers you bring, it will be the same. My luck is just that bad.
Don't say that, daughter. Not everyone is the same. At least meet the boy once.
There's no point, Mom. Nothing good is written in my fate. Just do one thing right now. Go and prepare food for me. I'm very hungry.
Oh, you just ate a full meal an hour ago, right? I haven't even started making dinner yet.
I don't know, Mom, why I always feel so hungry. If there are some fruits in the fridge, please bring them.
Ugh, this girl.
Simi, wait a minute. I want to tell you something.
I don't want to hear it, Samir. I know well about people like you. As soon as they see a girl from a wealthy family, they start lining up. Go find a girl according to your status. Don't mess with my mind for no reason early in the morning.
Simi, why are you talking so rudely? Conversations can also be done calmly.
What's the matter, Simi? These days, everyone seems to be talking about you.
There's nothing to be jealous about, Preeti. Boys will come after beautiful and smart girls, right? If no one comes after you, what is my fault in that?
Your behavior is so rude, Simi. I was just joking around.
By the way, what's the matter? Why does everyone look so gloomy today?
Hey, the business management exam is today. Have you studied?
Isn't it today? It's on the 27th, right?
So, my dear, what is the date today?
Is today the 27th? Oh, shit. I completely forgot.
Where is your mind these days, Simi?
Now, let's shift our focus to another unique creation from Homoeomirror. We are excited to present an engaging virtual 3D animated debate show, where we will discuss some controversial topics related to homeopathy. In this inaugural edition, we will tackle the question, is homeopathy a placebo therapy? So let's dive into the debate. Hello and welcome to the debate show Health Matters. I am Mansi Patel and I will be host of this show tonight. Today we have an engaging topic for debate about a system that is into controversies ever since its discovery. Yes, I am talking about homeopathy. Homeopathy is considered as a system of alternative medicine that was discovered by Dr. Samuel Hahnemann in the late 18th century. Ever since its discovery, it has been interfacing critics and allegations. One of the main reasons homeopathy is controversial is that its basic idea, like cures like, doesn't align with modern scientific theories. As a result, many consider homeopathy to be a pseudoscience that lacks a solid scientific foundation. However, in India, it is estimated that over 100 million people rely solely on homeopathy for their healthcare needs. This represents about 10% of the Indian population, making homeopathy a significant alternative medical system in the country. Now, let's get to today's topic. Is homeopathy a placebo therapy? Before we introduce our guest, let's take a look at this report. We have a group of esteemed homeopathic practitioners, Dr. Mukesh Gupta, Dr. Krutika Mittal, and Dr. Shilpi Menon. On the other side, we have Dr. Prakash Jindal, a senior general medicine practitioner, Dr. Garima Patil, a senior cardiologist, and Dr. Pratap Mehta, a senior medical researcher who has conducted extensive research on various medical topics, including the efficacy of homeopathic medicine. He will also share his insights and experiences with us tonight. To kick off the show, each speaker will have 1 minute to deliver their opening remarks. After everyone has finished, we will open the floor for debate and continue with the discussion of arguments. So first, let me start with Dr. Mukesh Gupta. Sir, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Mansi, for having me on the show. I think today's topic, is homeopathy a placebo therapy, is a bit off the mark. The popularity of homeopathy in India shows that many people find it effective and trustworthy. With over 150 million people using homeopathy for their health needs, it's clear that it resonates with a large part of the population. Let's think about this. India has more than 200 homeopathic colleges that train many skilled practitioners. Plus, homeopathy gets strong support from the government, which recognizes its importance in healthcare. To say that homeopathy is just a placebo ignores the experiences of millions who have found real relief and healing through it. Even though some allopathic doctors are skeptical, Homeopathy has not only survived but has also grown for over 200 years. Its increasing popularity shows that it is still relevant and effective today. If we use a little common sense, it's clear that homeopathy's continued success, despite challenges, isn't just about placebo effects.
Thank you, Dr. Mukesh Gupta, for your opening remarks. Now I wish to bring in Dr. Kruthika Mittal. Ma'am, you can make your opening remarks.
Thank you, Mansi. If you ask me about the topic, is homeopathy a placebo therapy? I must reject that idea based on the remarkable results I have witnessed in my short practice. It's a well-known fact that no matter how skilled we are or how good our decisions are, there will always be some people who oppose us. Often, this opposition stems from their own need for security or self-interest. We live in a democratic country, and it's not unusual to see political parties in opposition consistently challenging the decisions made by the ruling party. This is often about their own survival or desire for power. Those who have enjoyed a monopoly will naturally resist any threats to that monopoly. I understand the statement I am making, and I hope that during this show we can convey to the public that the criticism of homeopathy is not due to a lack of scientific basis. Instead, the opposition we face is a sign of the threat that these so-called allopathic practitioners feel because of the growing popularity of homeopathy.
I must admit, the confidence on your face tells a lot than what you did in last 1 minute. You have ended your remarks by making a very interesting statement. We shall come to that, but for now, I wish to go to Dr. Shilpi Menon for her opening comments.
Thank you, Mansi. I would first of all like to quote a few lines from Lectures on Homeopathic Philosophy by J.T. Kent, which says, "We all are encumbered with tradition. Unbelief in new things is our strongest tendency. The tendency to ridicule what we do not understand is born in us." Now, I think these lines clearly explains as to why homeopathy has been facing critics and allegations. As we all know, homeopathy is known to produce remarkable results, even in cases that have been declared incurable by modern medicine. Instead of dismissing it by claiming it's just a placebo effect, an argument that I believe even skeptics realize doesn't hold much weight, we should come together to explore how we can effectively bring the benefits of homeopathy to the general public. My point is, if we are providing an alternative option for patients that is claimed to be more effective, safe, free from side effects, and affordable, then what is wrong with that? At the end of the day, the simple fact is that if the results we have achieved were merely placebo effects, homeopathy would not have survived for over 200 years.
It is indeed a very valid point you have made. Thank you, madam. Now, let me pass on this to Dr. Prakash Jindal, and let's listen to his opening remarks.
Thank you, Mansi, and a hello to all other co-panelists on this show. One of the main issues with homeopathy is that it lacks solid scientific evidence to support its claims. Many studies have shown that homeopathic treatments often work no better than a placebo, which is a treatment that has no active ingredients. This means that when people take homeopathic remedies, any improvement they feel may simply be due to their belief in the treatment rather than the treatment itself. The principles of homeopathy are also questionable. Homeopathy is based on the idea that like cures like, meaning that a substance that causes symptoms in a healthy person can be used to treat those same symptoms in a sick person. Seriously? Are you kidding? How can it even make any sense?
How can it even make any sense is what Dr. Prakash Jindal has to say. Definitely, we all need a clarity on a lot of things, which we shall take up once the debate is open. For now, let's go to Dr. Garima Patil for her opening remarks.
Hello, Mansi, and a hello to all other guests on this panel. Homeopathy may have many supporters, but it faces serious criticism for its lack of scientific backing, questionable principles, and potential risks to patients. The reliance on homeopathic remedies instead of proven medical treatments can be dangerous, especially for those with serious health issues. It is essential for patients to be aware of these concerns and to prioritize evidence-based treatments that have been shown to be safe and effective. As healthcare continues to advance, it is important to focus on methods that are supported by solid scientific research rather than those based on outdated ideas and beliefs. Homeopathy also contributes to the spread of misinformation about health. In a world where scientific evidence is crucial for making informed health decisions, promoting homeopathy can undermine trust in real medical science. This is particularly concerning during public health crises, such as outbreaks of disease, where relying on unproven treatments can lead to serious consequences.
Thank you, Dr. Garimer, for your opening remarks. Now, let's go to the final guest on our panel before we open up this debate. Let's hear from Dr. Prathap Maitha.
Hello, everyone. In the medical field, well-established and scientifically proven methods are considered more reliable than treatments based mainly on beliefs. In my career, I have researched the effectiveness of homeopathic medicines, and I will share my findings in today's session. What I discovered is that the claims made by homeopaths around the world appear to be false and inaccurate. Clinically, these claims do not hold up, and any noticeable improvement is likely just a placebo effect. When you observe how homeopaths consult their patients, it becomes clear that their approach creates a feel-good effect. This helps build trust and belief in patients that the medicines they receive will actually work. However, the truth is that their medicines are diluted to such an extent that the final product contains no active ingredients from the original substance. Therefore, homeopathy is indeed a pseudoscience and lacks scientific validity.
Right then, we are now opening up this debate, and my first question is to Dr. Mukesh Gupta. Sir, on one hand, we have the modern science and advancements, which is still ongoing, and on the other hand, a system which was founded by a man on principles that doesn't go with the science. All these years of modern scientific advancements was made possible only because of the lifetime efforts of many scientists who have done a lot of research to contribute towards the growth of science. And science is still growing. So my question here is, when someone stands with homoeopathy, do we mean to say that the efforts and hard work of all the others who have devoted their life for the growth of science has gone waste? How can one justify homeopathy denying all the modern advancements?
You have started with a very good question, and I would like to answer this question in a bit more detail, which is also necessary. First of all, the fact is that accepting homeopathy scientifically will not discard any research or conclusions made by modern science. Instead, it will expand their thinking a bit more, and it may be necessary to make some corrections to their existing laws, theories, and principles. However, we have never said that if homeopathy is scientifically accepted, then modern science and its scientific theories will become invalid. Nor are we criticizing the contributions of all those scientists who have dedicated their entire lives to scientific research. To be precise, science looks at things only from a materialistic perspective, while homeopathy examines things at a deeper, dynamic level. This means that two different people are viewing the same thing from two different perspectives, which is why there is such a significant difference in their understanding. I would like to give a small example, and I would request your production team to play a short video on the main screen for a few seconds. As you saw in this puppet show, allopaths and modern science are focused on explaining the dance of the puppet, while homeopathy is talking about the hands that are controlling the puppet from above. Now, moving on to the second point, regarding the question of whether the principles of homeopathy are outdated. Does everything that becomes old become outdated? There are many theories and laws that were established a long time ago and remain unchanged today, such as Newton's laws of motion, the theory of evolution by natural selection proposed by Charles Darwin in the 19th century, and the germ theory of disease formulated in the 19th century. So, what I mean to say is that anything based on truth does not change over time. And anything that keeps changing over time cannot be the truth. Over the years, many theories have come and gone, but homeopathy and its principles, which are based on truth, have neither changed nor will they ever change.
That's all for this edition's Health Matters section, but this debate will continue in the next edition, and it is going to be very interesting and engaging. Now it's time for the Rubric Crossword activity. Let's turn to Dr. Nimitha Singha for this edition's crossword activity.
Hello and welcome to the Rubric Crossword activity. In this exciting challenge, we will present a crossword puzzle that needs to be filled in correctly, using the appropriate rubrics based on the video clues provided for each one. You can visit our website to submit your answers. The first correct entry will earn 100 bonus points, and one lucky winner from the remaining correct submissions received before the deadline will receive 50 bonus points. Now, let's take a look at the crossword puzzle for this edition, followed by the video clues for each rubric.
Hey, what kind of restaurant have you brought me to? We've been sitting here for 10 minutes, and no one has come to ask us anything. Let's go somewhere else.
You are here for the first time, right? The Chinese food here is very famous. What will you eat?
If someone comes to ask, then I'll tell them what we want to eat.
Yes, madam. Please tell me what you would like to order.
Now you have the time to come here.
Yes, what do you mean, madam?
Do you even know how long we've been sitting here? Is this how customers are treated here? People who hire lazy workers like you should be told. Now why are you just staring at me? Go bring the menu card.
Madam, could you please speak a little more politely?
Are you going to teach me manners, you two-bit servant? How dare you talk to me like that?
Priya, shut up, Yar. This is just a pointless drama.
You sit here and eat. I don't want to eat. I'm leaving. Hello, daughter. We live in the flat opposite yours. You all shifted last night, right? We saw you but thought it would be better not to disturb you so late, so we decided to get acquainted in the morning. What is your name?
I will call Mom. Mom, did you see how she was talking? She seems very arrogant.
Shut up, Nimi.
Hello, come in. Please have a seat.
My name is Sangeeta, and this is my daughter Nirmita. We affectionately call her Nimi. She is studying in her second year of college. What is your name?
Yes, I am Girija. I work here at the State Bank.
Is the one who opened the door your daughter?
Yes.
What is her name?
Nandini,
What is she doing?
Bachelor of Technology.
Well, it's good. My Nimi was missing a friend, and with your arrival, that gap has been filled.
Call her auntie once. Let's meet each other.
Daughter, don't take it the wrong way, but her nature is a bit strange. She has very few friends, and she chooses her friends herself. Give her some time. She will start talking to you on her own.
Rahul, what is this? Do you come to work in this office, or just to pass time? You can't do a single task properly. How many times have I warned you? If you don't want to work, then stay at home and cook. But don't come here to waste my time. This is my final warning, understood?
Asshole, son of a bitch. What does he think of himself? Bloody shit with his job, son of a donkey. One day I will teach him a lesson. Offspring of a monkey.
Hey, what's the matter? Why does everyone look so anxious today?
Oh, have you forgotten? Today is the last day to submit the monthly report.
So
you are not stressed? Is your report completed?
it hasn't been completed yet. I will finish it in a day or two. What's there to be so tense about?
Aren't you afraid of getting scolded by the boss?
If it doesn't get completed now, then it doesn't. What's there to be scared of? The boss knows that we were given very little time this time. We can talk to him calmly and ask for another week. The boss isn't going to hang us for this.
How can you stay so cool in such situations, Raj? We have all been in trouble since morning.
Diraj, listen. I received a call from my brother today. His eldest daughter's wedding is on the 17th of next month.
So?
He said that he called you many times to inform and invite you, but your phone wasn't answered.
I saw it.
Does that mean you intentionally didn't pick up the phone?
Yes, so what's there to be so surprised about? Look, Sunita, I have nothing to do with your family, and tell your brother not to call me again.
You had a fight with Dad, right? But he is no longer in this world. Why are you so upset with my brother? What has he done to you?
You may forget the old things, but I won't. I have already said that in this lifetime, I have nothing to do with your family. You should listen to this carefully and inform your family as well. Once I have decided, it's done. Do you understand?
What are you making, daughter-in-law?
Mother-in-law, the palak paneer is almost ready in just 10 minutes. Please wash your hands and sit at the table. I will serve it.
What is this? Did you put too many chilies in it? Just by looking at it, it seems like it will be quite spicy.
No, mother-in-law. I have only added a little. Please taste it and see, it's not quite right.
Show me a little.
How does it taste?
It's fine, but it needs a little less salt.
Should I add a little more salt on top?
No, you just leave it. I will manage with this, but please be a little careful while cooking, daughter-in-law.
The old lady has a habit of finding faults in everything. Has she ever praised anything since I came to this house? We hope you enjoy this activity. Winners will be announced in our next edition. Thank you for joining us.
As we promised, we aim to make the learning process not only easy and effective, but also enjoyable. To keep our members engaged, we have introduced an exciting game show on homeopathy called HOMEO Spin, where our subscribed members will have the opportunity to participate live online. The recordings of this show will be shared in each edition of Homoeomirror. So let's watch this episode of the current edition. Hello everyone, welcome to Homoeomirror. I'm Dr. Mega Singh, and I'll be your host for this fun-filled game show about homeopathy. Before we begin, let me quickly explain how the game works and the rules. First, for all the subscribed members who are online, we will ask a common question. You will need to rearrange the options based on the instructions given. The first person to answer correctly will become our master participant. All the following questions will be asked only to the master participant until they get one wrong. Once we have our master participant, we will spin a wheel to choose the topic for the next question. Depending on where the wheel stops, a question will be asked, and the master participant will have 4 options and 3 lifelines to help them. They will have 1 minute to choose an answer for each question. If they decide to use a lifeline, the timer will pause, and they will get an extra minute to use that lifeline. The timer will start again once the extra minute is over. If the master participant answers correctly, we will spin the wheel again for the next question. If they answer incorrectly, a new question will be asked to all online members, and a new master participant will be chosen. The available lifelines are 50-50. This will remove 2 wrong answers from the 4 options, leaving 1 correct and 1 wrong answer. Ask a member. The master participant can choose 1 online member to help them decide on an answer. Opinion poll. All online members will get a chance to vote for what they think is the right answer. So, without any more waiting, let's start the game. We are all set to present our first question to everyone online. You will see the names of 4 chapters from Kent's repertory of homeopathic materia medica. Your task is to rearrange them in reverse order as they appear in the repertory. Here are your options. Option A, sleep. Option B, generalities. Option C, head. And option D, mind. Your time starts now. Cheers, friends! We have our first correct answer and our first master participant. The lucky winner is Dr. Priya Pathak. Congratulations, Priya Ma'am, on becoming the first master participant of this show. So, Priya Ma'am, are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Great! Let's spin the wheel. It has landed on organon, which is the fundamental basis of our entire system. What a fantastic start! Now, Priya Ma'am, you can choose from 10 available questions on organon, numbered from 1 to 10. Please select a number to reveal your question.
One second. Switch off fan.
Your audio is not clear, Mum.
1 second, sir. I've just switched off the fan. Am I audible now?
Yes, very much. So, are you ready, Mum?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, Priya Ma'am, you can choose from 10 available questions on organon, numbered from 1 to 10. Please select a number to reveal your question.
3.
3. Okay, let's see what is the question for the third option. So your time will start now and you have 1 minute. The question is, in the organon of medicine, which aphorism discusses the importance of the physician's knowledge of the materia medica in relation to the selection of a remedy? And your options are A, aphorism 9, B, aphorism 21, C, aphorism 25, and D, aphorism 29. If you are not sure, you have 3 lifelines: 50, 50, ask a member, and audience poll. If you are not sure, you can use any of the lifelines.
I would for poll, ma'am.
Okay, so you want to go for the audience poll? All right, Priya Ma'am has chosen the audience poll lifeline. All online members, get ready. The poll will appear on your screen shortly. You will have 1 minute to cast your vote once the poll options are displayed. Here's the question again for everyone. In the organon of medicine, which aphorism addresses the significance of the physician's knowledge of materia medica in remedy selection? A, aphorism 9, B, aphorism 21, C, aphorism 25, D, aphorism 29. Your time starts now. Time is up. Now let's see the poll results. 30% members have voted for option A, 15% for option B, 40% for option C, and 15% for option D. So Priya Ma'am, your countdown has resumed. Now you have 30 seconds to decide your answer. If still not sure, you have 2 more lifelines left, 50-50 and ask a member.
Okay, sir. I will go for option 3.
So, Dr. Priya, you are going with the online members, that is option C.
C. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Dr. Priya Pathak has chosen option C, which is actually incorrect. The correct answer is option B, aphorism 21. Well played, Dr. Priya, but unfortunately you ended up with the wrong answer.
Okay, ma'am.
Thank you, Mum, for participating. You can still take part in the open question that will now be shared with all online members. If you're lucky, you might get the chance to return, and we would love to have you back on the hot seat. Now, it's time for the open question for all online members. Before we present the question, we have an announcement for everyone watching this recorded episode. If you want to be part of this live show and enjoy many more exciting learning activities, please subscribe to our video magazine today. So let's move on. Here is the next question for all online members. On your screen, names of 4 chapters from Kent's repertory will be displayed, and you have to arrange it as it appears in the repertory from first to last. And here are your options. Option A, abdomen. Option B, external throat. Option C, back. And option D, hearing. Your time starts now. Godness, this is unbelievable. Guess what? It's again Dr. Priya Pathak Ma'am who has given the first right answer. Congratulations. Ma'am, welcome back once again to the hot seat. And I hope this time you may not be willing to have organon again. So Priya Ma'am, are you ready for the spin?
Okay, I'm ready.
Again, the wheel has landed on organon. Hard luck, ma'am. So now you have 9 questions to choose from, which is numbered from 1 to 10. Except 3, you may choose any other number.
Okay, I'll go for 7.
Okay, you are ready? 7. Okay, Priya Ma'am has gone with 7, and let's now reveal the question. Here is your question. Diet and regimen is described in which aphorism? Option A, aphorism 158 to 162. Option B, aphorism 245 to 249. Option C, aphorism 259 to 263. Option D, aphorism 264 to 268. And your time starts now. You again have all the 3 lifelines, 50-50, Ask a Member, and Audience Poll.
I want 50-50.
Okay, so you want to go for 50-50. So Priya Pathak has decided to go for the lifeline 50-50. So now 2 wrong answers shall be removed, and here are the remaining options.
Okay, okay. Diet and regimen is described in option number B from 245 to 249. I'll go with option B.
Priya Ma'am has gone with option B, that is aphorism 245 to 249, which is again a wrong answer. Hard luck, Dr. Priya Ma'am, but not to worry, you can still be the lucky winner 3rd time in a row.
Okay.
So here is our next question for all the online members. This time again, the names of 4 chapters shall get displayed on your screen, and you have to arrange them from first to last, as it appears in the Kent's repertory. So here are your options. Option A, larynx and trachea. Option B, nose. Option C, ear. And option D, urinary organs. Your time starts now. Okay, CBDA is the right answer, and the first right answer has been received from Dr. Chandra Srilata, Madam. Congratulations, Madam. Is it audible?
Yes.
Okay, great. So let's start the spin wheel. The wheel has stopped on materia medica. Is that subject okay for you, Madam?
Okay, sir. It's been a long time. I'll try.
No problem. Okay, so let's start. You have 10 options numbered from 1 to 10 and you can choose your lucky number.
3, ma'am.
3. Okay, so Srilatha Ma'am has gone with option number 3 and now let's reveal the question. So, Ma'am, here is your question. Which of the following homeopathic remedies is primarily indicated for conditions characterized by a sensation of a lump in the throat, globus hystericus, especially when associated with emotional distress or anxiety? A. Ignatia amara. B. Lachesis muta. C. Sepia. D. Natrum muriaticum. You have all the 3 lifelines. You wish to give an answer or you want to go for a lifeline?
50-50 lifeline.
Okay, Srilatha Ma'am has opted for 50-50 lifeline, so now 2 wrong answers shall be removed, and your timer starts now.
Option D.
You are going with option D, Natrum mur. Okay, Srilatha Ma'am has gone with option D, Natrum mur. Let's see if it is the correct answer or not. Oh, it's a wrong answer. The right answer is option A, Hignatia. Anyhow, well played, Madam, and before we go to the next question for all the online members, just a reminder to all those who are watching the live recording of this show, if you wish to be a part of this game show and participate, please subscribe to our video magazine Homoeomirror to be released on every weekend at the rate of just rupees 350 per month for practitioners and rupees 200 per month for students. For details, log on to our website, prabhathomeo.com. Right then, friends, let's go on with the show, and here comes the next question for all the online members. Names of 4 chapters from Kent's repertory will be displayed on your screen, and you have to rearrange them in the reverse order as they appear in the Kent's repertory. Here are your options. Option A, urethra. Option B, fever. Option C, urine. Option D, back. And your time starts now. BDCA is the right answer, and the first correct entry has come from Dr. Poonam Singh. Congratulations, Dr. Poonam Singh, and welcome to the hot seat. So, are you ready for the spin?
Yes.
Okay, great. So, let's go for the spin. I think the well has stopped on materia medica. Is it? No, it's your choice. There are only 2 your choice options on the wheel, and Poonam Ma'am is lucky you get one out of them. So, Ma'am, you can choose your subject from the given options.
Materia medica.
You will go with materia medica. Okay, great. So you have 10 options to choose from, Madam. You may now select your lucky number to reveal the question.
4th.
Okay, Dr. Poonam has gone with the option 4, and Mayam, here is your question. Which of the following homeopathic remedies is most commonly indicated for patients who experience intense, debilitating headaches that are often unilateral and associated with nausea and vomiting, particularly in those who are sensitive to light and noise? A. Bryonia alba. B. Sanguinaria canadensis. C. Nux vomica. D. belladonna. Would you like to answer or do you need a lifeline?
Answer B.
Your answer is B, sanguinaria. Are you sure about that?
Yes.
All right, let's check if this answer is correct. And it is indeed the correct answer. Congratulations, Dr. Poonam Singh. Well done. Now, let's head back to the spinning wheel. The wheel has landed on physiology, so it's time to revisit some first-year basics. You have 10 options to choose from, Mum. Please select your number.
5.
All right, Poonam Mum has chosen option 5. Let's reveal the question, and here it is. Which of the following hormones is primarily responsible for regulating blood glucose levels by promoting the uptake of glucose into cells? A. Glucagon. B. Insulin. C. Cortisol. D. Epinephrine. You're lucky to get such an easy question. I hope you don't need a lifeline for this.
Answer B.
Poonam Mum has selected option B, insulin, and that is indeed the correct answer. Congratulations once again. You're doing great. Now let's return to our spinning wheel. And the wheel has stopped on your choice again. Very lucky indeed. So, Madame, you can select your subject from the shown options.
Materia medica.
You wish to go again with materia medica? Seems like you are an expert in the subject. So, pick your number, Madam. Expect 3 and 4.
1.
1? Okay, Poonam, Madam has gone for option number 1 this time. Let's reveal the question, and here it is. Which of the following homeopathic remedies is known for its use in treating conditions associated with excessive perspiration, particularly when the sweat is offensive and occurs during sleep? A. Silicea. B. Calcarea carbonica. C. Mercurius solubilis. D. Phosphorus.
Answer C.
Okay, Dr. Poonam has gone with the option C, Mercsol, and again it is indeed the right answer. Congratulations, Dr. Poonam. You seem to be an expert in materia medica. So let's continue with the game. Are you ready for the next spin?
Yes.
Okay, let's go for the spin again. Again, the wheel has stopped on your choice, so I guess you will be opting for materia medica again.
Yes.
So here is the list of subjects. Kindly choose one to proceed.
Materia medica.
So Dr. Poonam has once again decided to go with materia medica. Now you have 7 questions to choose from. Please select your lucky number.
6.
Okay, Dr. Poonam has opted for option 6, and here is your question. Which of the following homeopathic remedies is specifically indicated for conditions characterized by a strong desire for sweets, a tendency to be overweight, and symptoms that worsen with heat and improve with cold? A. Natrum muriaticum. B. Lycopodium clavatum. C. Calcarea carbonica. D. Sepia. Time is running out. You still have all your lifelines available. If you're unsure, feel free to use any of them.
Natrum.
So you're going with option A, Natrum mur? Let's see if that's the correct answer. Unfortunately, option A, Natrum mur, is incorrect. The right answer is option C, Calcarea carb. Nevertheless, well played, Dr. Poonam. You managed to get 3 correct answers in a row. Now it's time to wrap up today's episode. We hope you all had a wonderful time learning and playing with us. We will continue this journey in our upcoming editions. For those who wish to join the game show and access plenty of other study materials presented in an innovative way, please subscribe to Homoeomirror. For more details, visit our website at prabhathomeo.com. All right, let's move forward. One of the distinctive features of this video magazine is that in each edition, we will discuss a chronic case in detail, allowing you to hear the entire conversation between the doctor and the patient. Additionally, we will provide a statement-by-statement analysis to guide beginners on how to effectively work through a case. Our subscribed members will have access to the complete case-taking recording on our website and will also have the opportunity to participate in the live discussion session. Through this video magazine, we will share the recordings of those live sessions with our registered members, piece by piece. So, let's listen to the case.
Okay. So those people who have already listened to the case, so they may be knowing that this case is of a 5.5-year-old child. What is the main complaint? How many of you have already listened to this case, friends? I had read it, I think, maybe around a week back. I could see that this case was discussed in some of the groups, but I could not get really a chance to see to what extent the discussion went on in each and every group. But I hope everybody must be remembering the case that we are going to discuss today, right? What was the main complaint of the patient? Okay, those people who have not listened to it and those who could not understand it. But is there nobody is there who has understood the case? I could see that discussion was happening in some group. Convulsion. Yes. This is a case. This is a case where the child is getting repeated convulsions from the age of 1.5 years. The child was 1.5 years old when he got his first convulsion attack, and now he's 5.5 years old. And they have tried all possible options, friends. They have bent on everything. So it's that in that sense, it is a very challenging case for us. So I'm just trying to play out the audio, friends. Those people who don't understand Hindi, we will also translate them as we go along in English, the case. But just let me know if it is audible or not. I'll just play it for a few seconds initially and just confirm me whether it is audible or not. क्या नाम है बच्चे का नाम पहले बताइए। अच्छा, कितनी उम्र है?
अभी उसकी उम्र होगी 5 वर्ष के आसपास।
5 साल। Was it audible, friend?
Yes, sir, it's audible.
Okay. So before we start with the case, now in such cases where the child is an infant or where we cannot take out the individuality, we face a lot of problems because the biggest problem is that we have to depend on what the bystanders are telling us. We don't get a chance to get a quality information. The patient cannot speak. It's a small child. They cannot speak. So we have to depend on what the bystanders are saying to us. We have to depend on that information. And when we are taking such cases online, there is yet another drawback that we will not be able to observe the patient in real time. So that observation, whatever conclusion we can take off, or we can basically collect from our own observations, that is also not possible. The most what we can do is that we can tell the patient to give us a video call and maybe observe the patient for a minute or so, or maybe we can ask the patient to, we can ask the bystanders to send the video of the patient so that we can observe them through that video. But now here the real task is that how to construct the totality in such cases where we are not in a position to directly speak to the patient. We have to rely on the information that our bystanders give us. So when we know that, okay, we are supposed to take a case of a 5.5-year-old child, we know that the child will not be able to speak, we have to depend on the bystanders' information. So we have to be prepared for it. We should know what are those things which we need from the patient or their bystander in this case. So if we are talking to the parent, father or mother, what are those information which has to be collected? We need to have a clarity on it. What are those information? क्या क्या लेना पड़ेगा हमें? What are the things that we should collect?
Mental journals, physical journals.
Mental journals, physical journals, तो हाँ नहीं चाहिए. Definitely we need to know that. But apart from that, milestone.
Any causative factor?
Peculiar symptoms.
Yeah. Who told causative factor?
So peculiar
Dr.
symptoms.
Patel.
Yes, welcome, ma'am. That is the perfect thing. First of all, the patient has come with a complaint. We have to understand why it started. What is the reason? In all the cases, we may not be able to reach at the causative factor, but our priority, first and foremost priority should be to hunt for the causative factor. What is the importance? What is the importance of collecting the causative factor?
So ailment factor is important.
Very correct. Very correct. Ailment factor is very important. In those chronic cases where we know where the ailments have come from, what exactly is the cause, that will become our straightaway rubric or the eliminating symptom itself. Friends, see, in this session, as I told that new members have also joined. So I think that the old members doesn't need to remind that we are not going to think about any possible remedies while listening to the ailment factor. We are just collecting the symptom. That is the first thing that you have to keep in mind. When you are sitting out to take a case, let it be a revision for the old members' friends, but please don't mind, we are going to go in a little slow pace because the new members are also a part, they are attending their first case. So when you are sitting out to take a case, the first and foremost thing that you have to keep in mind that case taking is not the time when you think about possible remedies. Case taking is not the time when you think about possible rubric. Case taking is not the time when you are trying to find out some PQRS or keynote note of the patient. Case taking is the time to what? Focus on what?
Focus on only what patient is saying.
Focus on collecting maximum information out of your patient. Later on, you will work it out. Classification, analysis, totality, all those things will come later. But when you are sitting out to take a case, focus only on collecting maximum information from your patient. Now, some people may say that if we are just focusing on the case, collecting the information, and we are not focusing on the remedy, and if you are not prescribing a remedy in the first consultation, the patient may not come back to us later. That is not the case, friends. And quote from Kent, never be in a hurry to prescribe for a chronic case until you have understood the whole case. It takes time. It takes time to get the complete picture. Now, the new members may be remembering that I have just shared an audio clip for you all to hunt for a rubric where the patient was undergoing dialysis. In that particular case, it took 3 consultations for me to complete the case taking. So it is totally a wrong perception that we have in mind that we have to prescribe the remedy in the very first consultation. The patient, if you are able to impress your patient, he will come back to you. He knows that it's a chronic case. He knows that overnight result is not possible. But if he is getting convinced with your case-taking skill, the impression that it has on the patient, it will ensure that the patient will not leave you for 6 to 8 months. I was once giving a presentation in one of college in Uttar Pradesh, if I'm not wrong, friends. And there, I was telling the same thing to the students that when you are taking a case, please focus only on case taking. If you are not in a position to select the right remedy, if you feel that the case is not complete, what should be prescribed? What should be prescribed? If you feel that your case is not complete, probably 1 or 2 consultation may be required for the patient to open up his emotions. What should be prescribed? The second best remedy, SDR, that is the placebo. So I was taking one seminar in one of the college in Uttar Pradesh. If I'm not wrong, I think it was in Azamgarh College. And there were some other people who had come without intimation to the same college during the time when I had gone to the presentation. They are also into teaching commercial courses. So I was, basically, it was first my turn to give the presentation. So I was telling the students that don't focus on selection of remedy when you are taking a case. Focus on collecting maximum information, because at the end of the day, your goal is to reach at the minimum. It will take time. It is a laborious task. So don't be in a hurry. And I concluded my session, and then I was sitting in the audience, among the audience, and these people who had come, I'm not naming the, but I still remember who that was and from which school they belong to, but I'm not naming it. This is not the intention. One of the person came to the stage and said that openly, see, I had my session first and I have told this to the students. And this person, when he was speaking, he said that I will not tell my patients that I don't have a medicine to give you right now. You come next week, I'll have not completed your case. If the patient is not getting relief, he will not come to you. So give patents, give tonic, give mixtures, whatever you give, but patient should get some relief so that he will come back to you. I felt very insulted there, but it's not because of the fact that somebody else have told exactly opposite. But it is, I felt very bad because these people, these kind of people who claim that they are into teaching, they are coming and telling something which is exactly opposite of what is given in the literature. Where it is given in the literature that in order to gain the confidence of your patient, you can prescribe multiple remedies, patents, tonics, or tinctures, whatever you do to impress your patient. Is it given anywhere? How we are guiding the students? So that in itself was a big setback, because this kind of school still exists. A lot of people go in and around them because they give shortcuts and tips. Shortcuts and tips may help you to survive, but shortcuts and tips will never ever lead you to success. होम्योपैथिक प्रैक्टिस इज एन आर्ट, इट इज एन आर्टिस्टिक वर्क. आपको एक हाथी का इमेज बनाना है, 2 मिनट में भी बन सकता है, 2 दिन भी लग सकते हैं, लेकिन जो 2 दिन में बनेगा उसका क्वालिटी और 2 मिनट में बनने वाला क्वालिटी में फर्क होगा कि नहीं होगा. So it depends on you कि how precisely you are doing your duty, doing your job. When you know that your job is not so easy, when somebody is suffering from 5 years, 10 years, 4 years, 8 years, 6 years, how we can cure that in 10 minutes case taking? Not possible. So we should not focus on, impressing the patient by giving some kind of relief to him. We have to focus and convince them that we are trying to cure you. It will take time. So no patient will run away from you. So we have to go to the root level and understand why this patient is having this symptom. So in this case, the patient is having convulsion. Why is that at the age of 1.5 years, the patient started developing convulsion? That was the first time it was developed. So let's listen to it first and then we will discuss as we go along.
अच्छा अच्छा, कितनी उम्र है? अभी उसकी उम्र होगी 5 वर्ष के आसपास.
5 साल.
हाँ.
अच्छा, हाँ, तो बताइए.
एक्चुअली यार सर, उससे जब वो 6 मंथ का था तब उसे अचानक से झटके से आना शुरू हुए. तो उस समय क्या हमने
whatever questions are coming to your mind, don't interrupt the patient to ask your question. Now see, first statement, the patient told that when the child was 6 months old, suddenly he started developing convulsions. So now some questions may arise in our mind. Why? क्यों? वहां पे नहीं पूछना है. Don't interrupt. Instruction given in Organon. Which aphorism? New joiners, if anybody is there. Otherwise, old members can answer.
88.
84. Don't interrupt the patient as long as they are not finished. They are talking to the point. They are talking to what we need. They are talking, giving quality information. Don't interrupt the patient. Correct? So I may go wrong in maybe in quoting some aphorism number friend, but the essence is the same. You can cross check it. So it is there in the aphorisms that if I am not wrong, it is 84 that don't interrupt the patient as long as the patient is feeling. Now the patient, the bystander, the father, I am speaking to the father of this patient. He told that at the age of 6 months, he started developing convulsions. Immediately question will come into your mind. Why? What was the reason? Now, why question has come into our mind. Patient may not be knowing why, but we have to think about the possibilities. Why sudden convulsions can come? And we have to frame our questions in such a way that we have to rule in or rule out these possibilities. So, first of all, these possibilities should come into our mind. What are the possibilities because of which a child can suddenly get convulsions? What are the possibilities? Sorry?
Mother related
One by one, please.
pain,
Pain. What else?
fever,
High grade fever, very common.
mother related
Mother related issues possible. Injury possible. What else? What else? We don't need to miss out on anything because that may be a
mental
positive factor
trauma,
which the patient may not be aware of.
any mental trauma to the child,
Mental trauma possible.
vaccination,
Vaccination possible. Head injury possible. What we are missing out? Pregnancy history is must. That we will dig it out later. Any other possible cause we are missing out? Probable cause? Right. Correct. Very correct. Dr. Rahul sir. Sudden fright, fear can be a factor. Sudden fright and fear can be a factor. So these are the possibilities, all the possibilities that should come into our mind, and we have to carefully, tactfully ask those questions to rule in and rule out it. But this is not the time for us to interrupt it. So whatever questions have come into our mind, we have to keep that in mind or else note it somewhere that I have to ask this, but this is not the time to interrupt the patient. Let's listen further.
उसको मतलब दिखाया डॉक्टर को, तो वो यहाँ पर तो क्या इसका इतनी फैसिलिटीज नहीं है, तो हम वो बोले कि भोपाल दिखा दो, तो यहाँ सब लोग भोपाल दिखाने गए, तो वहाँ पर भी मतलब एक प्लेट वो कुछ नहीं बता पाए, सिर्फ उन्होंने इजी रिपोर्ट करके ये बोली कि इसको कन्वर्जन आ रहा है माइंड में, कन्वर्जन आ रहा है। तो उसके बाद फिर हम लोग को क्या कुछ दिन उन्होंने भर्ती रखा, ट्रीटमेंट किया।
आपकी आवाज कट रही है।
उन्होंने कुछ दिन उन्होंने भर्ती किया, तो उसका ट्रीटमेंट भी किया 2-3 दिन वहाँ पर।
ये जब बच्चा 6 महीने का था उस टाइम की बात कर रहे हो आप?
जी
हाँ ठीक है। हाँ
फिर उनका इलाज कुछ मुझे समझ में नहीं आया, तो मैं वो डिस्चार्ज करा के ले आया था, और उन्होंने जो दवाइयाँ दी थी, ओरली दवाइयाँ जो दी थी वो उन्हें कंटिन्यू देता रहा। धीरे धीरे करके कुछ दिनों तक फिर उसको समझ में नहीं आया कि क्या करें क्या नहीं करें, कुछ दिन उसका बीच में इलाज भी बंद रहा।
So what here the patient is saying is that at the 6 month, when the child was 6 months old, when he developed this first time convulsions, the area where these people are living, it is a very remote place. No high quality medical services are available because hospitals are not there. So they took him to Bhopal. The child was admitted there for 3-4 days, and he is saying that I could not understand what kind of treatment is going on. So I took discharge from there and brought him back again. Whatever medicines that they had given, it went on for some time, and for some time, the medicines was also stopped. This is what he said till now. Any query, any questions coming into your mind? It is not the time to ask, but कुछ सवाल आ रहे हैं आपके दिमाग में, कुछ पूछना है इसको लेके? Anything as of now which you want to ask? Or shall we go on? Shall we move on further? Okay. No questions for anyone? Why medicine was stopped? Why medicine was stopped?
Because there was no relief
तो
of
relief नहीं है
the
तो आप
symptoms of
if
change.
there is no relief, you will go to somebody else. You will not take it for granted कि चलो
Yeah.
convulsions आ रहे आने दो. मतलब आने आ रहे ही नहीं है ये नहीं हमें पता है. We don't know what is the frequency of convulsion. Possibility, there are two possibilities. Yes, one is money issue, probably. Correct. One is money problem can be there. Secondly, probable possibility is there that that convulsion may be just one time. It may not be recurring so frequently that कि चलो छोड़ो यार बार बार तो नहीं आ रहे. It is not coming regularly. लो leave it. ये ठीक हो गया होगा. It was one time. So what we need to understand, what we need to ask is how frequently these convulsions are recurring right now. Then we will get to know why the treatment was stopped. If it is coming so frequently, then what is the purpose of stopping the treatment? Why it is stopped? When your child is suffering, very recurrently suffering, why you stop the treatment? But that can be asked only when if you can understand what is the frequency right now. Once in 6 months, once in 3-4 months, fine, people take it for granted. Understandable. So isn't it important to understand the frequency of attacks right now? Yes or no? We need to understand. So that is not the time to ask. Let the patient speak. We'll listen further.
फिर उसको मैं अपने यहाँ मतलब मेरी ससुराल है सागर, तो वहाँ पर नए न्यू गवर्नमेंट हॉस्पिटल खुला हुआ था, तो मेरी मिसेज ने उसको वहाँ दिखाया, तो वो लोग क्या उसकी प्रॉब्लम को समझे.
Again, friends, the money issue seems to be pretty much there with these people because again, government hospital they are referring to. People go mostly this kind of people. Yes, we cannot blame them friends because वो लोग की रोटी कमाई इतनी कम होती है कि वो लोग कहाँ दे इतने सारे इन्वेस्टिंग. And if you go with this kind of complaints now, friends, it's a real fact. And really, being doctors, we should be ashamed that our fraternity members are doing this. When these kind of children are brought to the big hospitals, they do recommend every possible test. ये मना करो, ये करो, वो करो, ये करो, वो करो, क्योंकि उनको पैसे लूटने होते हैं. Really? When we were in college, our sir used to tell that lab investigation should be suggested to confirm your diagnosis. But nowadays, what is happening? Lab investigations are done, and on the basis of lab investigations, we are making a diagnosis. There is a huge difference. But in homeopathy, it doesn't matter what the diagnosis is. But still, I think we can understand that financial issues are there in these patients. They are not in a position to avoid for expensive treatment. Friends, see, just imagine, on a lighter note, I'm saying, see, all those people who are supporting this project. This child has started taking medicines, I think, just about 1 week back. So only about 7 or 8 days. First follow-up is there to come. But if we are able to cure this patient, see, we are getting a lot of things to learn from. At the same time, look at the patient from patient's point of view. Without having to go for those expensive charges, they are getting the results as well. And they will go and spread it to 10 people. So even if we are spending, I'm just addressing to the new members, friends. All members very well know it. They are with me and they are with this feeling. So that is the reason they are still this project. Even if we are spending a very minute amount every month to be a part of this project, this money is being mostly utilized to give this kind of patients quality treatment. Homeopathy will progress at ground level, the popularity will grow. We will also get a lot of things to learn from. हमें तो सीखने के लिए कहीं भी पैसे देने हैं, तो जहाँ किसी का भला करते हुए हम लोग खर्च कर रहे हैं, but still I feel very disappointed and depressed when I see that not too many people are showing interest to learn. I'm sharing this because this recording is going to be shared in the other offline groups as well. Because friends, we have to realize we have got a moral responsibility to learn so that these kind of people who come with a hope to us, they get benefited. Anyhow, let's move on.
इसको मतलब कटन सर्जन आ रहा है, तो उन्होंने वहाँ से ट्रीटमेंट दे दिया, तो उससे शुरू में तो इफेक्ट रहा, वही वेलपोरिन वगैरह इस टाइप की, मतलब शायरा वगैरह। तो शुरू में तो इफेक्ट रहा, लेकिन बाद में फिर वो इफेक्ट धीरे धीरे कम हो गया। फिर मेरे मित्र ने एक और जगह अभी सलाह दी थी होम्योपैथी में। तो क्या है, मेरी माता जी को भी पैरालिसिस है, तो वो होम्योपैथी से उनके पैरालिसिस को बहुत ज़्यादा रिलीफ मिला। और उसके बाद फिर मेरा ध्यान इस ओर गया कि मैं बच्चे को भी होम्योपैथी की दवाई करवाऊँ। तो इंदौर में ही है डॉक्टर जाहिद नूरानी, होम्योपैथी की मतलब है। तो उनके पास अभी 2 साल से उसका इलाज चल रहा है। उनके इलाज से मतलब कोई इफेक्ट नहीं आ रहा। उन्होंने बोला था कि अंग्रेजी दवाइयाँ धीरे धीरे कम हो जाएंगी उसकी।
Friends, we all are doctors, and we should take it as a collective responsibility that when a patient is coming to us, we ensure that they are getting the best relief. And I really see, I could have edited the name of the doctor here. I think he is a member of our platform itself, but I have not edited intentionally because I want to encourage this. I'm not saying that I will be able to cure the patient. Maybe I may fail also, no problem. But if I see that I am not getting results, then keeping in mind the best interest of my patient, it is best advisable that okay, मेरे से नहीं हो रहा है, I am not able to find it out. So probably you can go somewhere else, or I can recommend you somebody who is much better than me. That is an attitude which deserves applause for you. If I'm not, if so many members are there, I'm not able to recollect whether the member is over a platform or not, because this case was referred to me by somebody who is already a member. And I have not edited his name intentionally because he deserves an applause. Because नहीं हो रहा है यार, चलो ईगो तो नहीं आ रहा है ना वहाँ की, मैं मेरे से नहीं होता, किसी को मैं नहीं शेयर करूंगा. That should not be, that attitude should not be there in us. We will work it together. We have 350, 400 members. If I am not able to get results with the remedy that I have selected, we will together again work it out. And we will decide whether we have gone wrong, kahan galat hua, kaun sa medicine next to next. We will work it out. It will be complete transparency thing. But at the end of the day, the patient is getting benefited. So definitely, all those, or the person who has referred this case to me definitely deserves an applause for the attitude shown to send this case. We are getting so much to learn from, and it is really a challenge for me. I like challenges. Let's see next 3-4 months क्या output आता है. ठीक है?
लेकिन वो कम होने की जगह बढ़ ही रही है, उसमें कुछ इफेक्ट नहीं आ रहा। वो क्या डोजेज, अंग्रेजी दवाइयों क्या डोजेज बढ़ रहा है, उसके कारण उसको न्यू प्रॉब्लम्स आ रही हैं, जैसे खाना छोड़ देता है वो। अभी फिलहाल में महीने 2 महीने से उसने मतलब।
अच्छा, any questions now, friends? Any questions now coming into your mind?
सर ये सिम्टम बोला है एपेटाइट डिमिनिश्ड हो गई है, इज इट बिकॉज ऑफ द मेडिसिन का साइड इफेक्ट, और ये सिम्टम पेशेंट का है और उसको कितना इम्पोर्टेंस देना है?
खाना छोड़ने का और कन्वर्जन का क्या रिलेशन है? कुछ नहीं है. So this is a strong possibility that most of us know that when we are in continuous treatment of allopathic strong dose medicines, हमारी appetite गुल हो जाती है. We all know that, right? It's a known thing. आप बुखार में एक एंटीपायरेटिक और एंटीबायोटिक का कोर्स भी करोगे तो your appetite will be lost for 3-4 days. Why is it not clear? Is it for only one person or for everyone? Hello?
It is clear, sir.
Yes, sir, audible.
बीच में ब्रेक हो रहा है.
अच्छा ठीक है, there is some net connectivity here, so no problem. The climate is not that good here. So अब खाना छोड़ देता है. अब what are the things to ask? From when he has stopped eating the food, what medicines are going on presently, and to rule out whether it is an effect of medicine or not, what question can be asked?
Before medicine, the appetite.
We have to compare when he has stopped eating, yeah, showing that lack of interest to eat, and since how long the medicine is going on. अब मेडिसिन पिछले 3 साल से चल रहा है और 6 महीने से खाना छोड़ दिया है. Sorry, let me speak in English, then there are some friends who don't understand Hindi. So if the patient is on medication for 3 years and the patient has lost appetite for 3 months, 6 months, it cannot be the reason. Right? So that will help you to judge the value of that symptom. If it is not related to the medicine side effect, still the patient doesn't want to eat, appetite is diminished. How many rubrics we have seen? This is not the time to think about any rubric, but the possibility should come into your mind. Repertory should come into your mind. Questions should be framed to shortlist the possible rubrics. Appetite diminished. Then few mouthfuls enough. Fills up the stomach. Then appetite is there but doesn't want to eat. That rubric is also there in the repertory. Do you know that? Do we know that? When we are taking a case, this rubric should roam in our mind so that we can frame question to shortlist or confirm any of those rubrics. Getting my point? खाना छोड़ देता है. Refuse to eat. That rubric is also there. Eat, refuse to, I think, if I'm not wrong. There, it is there. Eat, refuse to, खाना नहीं खाना. मना कर रहा है या कम खा रहा है. पूछना पड़ता है. We have to ask. Is he denying to eat or is he eating less? Appetite, want of, also is a possibility. That has to be asked, right? Is he denying to eat or is he eating less? That question has to come, right? So this is how you frame your questions in your mind, friend. Let's move on.
कोई रोटी वगैरह जैसे अपन रोटी वगैरह खिलाते तो उसको वो खाता नहीं. दलिया वलिया जो सब बिस्किट बिस्किट इन्हीं चीजों पे आधार बना कर रखा हुआ. तो अभी क्या परेशानी में मैं उनके पास गया था तो उन्होंने आपको फिर दिया परिचय. मुंबई में है कोई सर. मैं सर से मैं बात करके देख लेता हूँ यदि वो मैनेज कर लें देख लें.
ठीक है. तो अभी देखिए कैसा है ना सर, पूरा डिटेल मुझे आपसे पूछना पड़ेगा. कम से कम आधा घंटा लगेगा. अभी टाइम है आपके पास?
आप यहाँ वीडियो कॉल कर ले, मैं वीडियो कॉल पे दिखा सकता हूँ आपको.
नहीं, अभी वीडियो कॉल की जरूरत नहीं. आपसे मैं पहले डिटेल्स पूछ लेता हूँ, उसके बाद वीडियो कॉल के बाद में देखेंगे. तो सबसे पहले आप मुझे बताइए कि 6 महीने पहले आपके बच्चे को कन्वल्जन्स पहली बार आया था, है ना? नहीं, मतलब जब वो 6 महीने का था तो पहली बार उसको कन्वल्जन्स आए थे, है ना?
जी.
तो उसके पीछे की वजह क्या थी? कोई आइडिया है आपको क्यों उस टाइम पे पहली बार उसको आया? कोई अंदाजा है आपको? So this is the first thing we have to ask to the patient in chronic cases, friend. If they have come for themselves or if they have come to show their close ones, are you aware of what exactly could be the reason? Because if they are aware, it will make our task easy. Many times they are not aware. उनको नहीं पता कि mental disturbance also can get into this kind of problem. So they may not knowing. But if this is one sure shot question that has to come into your case, thinking ki, friends, I am getting a message that my internet connection is unstable. Am I audible or is it breaking?
It is breaking.
It is breaking. Climate is not that good, friends. So that is the reason the network issue is there.
No, sir. No, sir. It is not breaking from my side.
Okay, so you may be which network you are using, ma'am? We will create an ad
सर मुझे
for
तो
it.
आपकी आवाज बिल्कुल ठीक आ रही है.
कौन सा नेटवर्क यूज करते हैं मैम? उनका ऐड का कंपनी का ऐड बनाएंगे हम. चलिए. तो for all other people are using other networks, and I think for one person it is clear. So it means that it is not much mistake from my end. Anyhow, so what I'm saying is that this is the first and foremost thing that you have to ask the patient कि आपको पता है ये क्यों हुआ है? Do you know why this started? Do you know why this started? Sometimes the patient may end up telling some reasons which is not actually valid. तो हम लोग छोड़ देते हैं उसको. See, I'll give you a homework. Just come back to me tomorrow. In which aphorism it is mentioned that you have to collect information from wherever sources, whatever sources you are getting it. But then once you have collected, you have to use your own intellect to decide what has to be considered and what has to be discarded. In which aphorism this is mentioned, or we recommend the college syllabus books only. So in the book of Dr. Shashikant Tiwari, Essentials of Repertorization, under the explanation of which aphorism this is mentioned, that you have to come back to me tomorrow. See, we have to listen from everyone. But we have to, at the end of the day, we have to use our own intelligence to decide what has to be considered, what not has to be considered. Vaccination का भी आया नहीं है, आएगा मैम अभी. Just I think we have 2 minutes left. So we'll move on with tea.
सर ऐसा तो कोई अंदाजा नहीं लग पाया हम लोगों को. क्या है, हम लोग छोटे शहर से हैं.
एग्जैक्टली हुआ क्या था उस टाइम पे, कौन बच्चे के पास था और क्या किया उस टाइम पे? So when the patient tells you that they don't have any idea why it started, how it started, for what is the reason, then the next thing to ask is, when this first time it happened, who was there along with the patient? They may have observed something. Isn't it? Quite logical. First time attack came at the age of 6 months. So who was handling the patient? Who was handling that child at that moment? Who was there with that child? Not clear, brain? Voice is not clear? Anyhow, we have just 1 minute left, so we will wind it up today. We will continue this discussion tomorrow. But I want your feedback, friends, those who are in Telegram groups and those who are in WhatsApp groups, those who are new members. Please share your feedback, because these feedbacks are something that gives a positivity to me as well. I'm planning to go back to that stage where we used to enjoy these discussions. We took a wrong decision to start the Prabhat project very early when the members were not ready for it. That backfired on me, because of which I have to face a lot of critics and allegations, and I'm still facing those things. But again, that was not done something intentionally. But again, we are trying to go back to that stage where we are trying to enjoy the discussions and learning process. So your feedback gives a lot of positive to me to overcome the negative things that I'm facing from elsewhere. So please don't forget to share your feedback. We'll continue this case tomorrow at the same time. Okay? So thank you, friends, and I'll wait for your feedback in Telegram group, WhatsApp group, or wherever it is. Thank you, friends.
So this was the first edition of the Homoeomirror video magazine. We hope you enjoyed it. Just like this, every Saturday we will bring you a 2-hour edition filled with entertainment and knowledge. Additionally, those who subscribe to Homoeomirror will also have the opportunity to participate in all these activities. So friends, don't miss this golden opportunity. The subscription fee for Homoeomirror is as follows: 200 rupees per month for students, which includes 4 editions, and 350 rupees per month for practitioners. To subscribe, please log in to our website, prabhathomeo.com, or contact us at 9778140539. So with this, I take your leave. We will meet again in the next edition. Until then, take care and keep learning. Thank you.